purpose and the admonition of the watchers, who are for eternity, as the Holy and Great One commanded it in this vision. I saw in my sleep what I now will relate with a tongue of flesh and with my breath, which the Great One has given to the mouth of men, that they might converse with it and understand it in their hearts. As he has created and given to men the power to understand the word of knowledge, thus also he has created me and given to me the power to upbraid the watchers, the sons of heaven. I have written you a petition, and in my vision it appeared to me thus, that your petition will not be granted in all the days of the world, and that judgment has been passed over you, and nothing will be granted unto you. And from now on ye will not ascend into heaven till all eternity, and upon earth it has been decreed they shall bind you for all the days of the world. But before this ye will have seen the destruction of your beloved children, and you will not be able to possess them, but they shall fall before you by the sword. Your petition for them will not be granted unto you, nor the one for yourselves. And while ye are weeping and praying, ye cannot speak a single word from the writing which I have written. And a vision appeared to me thus, behold, clouds in the vision invited me, and a fog invited me. And the course of the stars and lightning drove and pressed me, and the winds in the vision gave me wings and drove me. And they lifted me up into heaven, and I went till I approached near a wall which was built of crystals, and a tongue of fire surrounded it, and it began to cause me to fear. And I went into the tongue of fire and approached near to a large house, which was built of crystals, and the walls of this house were like a floor inlaid with crystals, and the groundwork was of crystals. The ceiling was like the course of the stars and of the lightning, and cherubim of fire were between them, and heaven was water. A flaming fire surrounded the walls, and its doors burned with fire. And I went into this house, and it was hot like fire and cold like ice, and there was nothing pleasant and no life in it. Fear covered me, and trembling seized me. And as I was shaking and trembling, I fell down on my face and saw in a vision. And behold, there was a second house larger than the other, all whose doors stood open before me, and it was built with a tongue of fire. In all things it excelled in grandeur and magnificence and size, so that I cannot describe to you its magnificence and its size. Its floor was fire, and above it was lightning in the course of the stars, and its ceiling was also a flaming fire. And I looked and saw there in a high throne. Its appearance was like the hoarfrost, and its circuit like a shining sun, and voices of the cherubim. And from under the great throne came streams of flaming fire, and it was impossible to look at it. And he who is great in majesty sat thereon. His garment shone more brilliantly than the sun, and was whiter than any hail. None of the angels were able to enter, nor any flesh to look upon the form of the face of the majestic and honored one. Fire, flaming fire was round him, and a great fire stood before him, and none of those who were around him could approach him. 10,000 times 10,000 were before him, but he required not any holy counsel. Those who were near him did not leave day or night, nor did they depart from him. And I had had so long a veil upon my face, and I trembled. And the Lord called me with his own voice and said to me, Come hither, Enoch, into my holy word. And he caused me to arise, and I went to the door.